Bedtime Stories, Digital Literacy Narrative by Olivia Guerri. When I was little, my parents, sister, and I would all gather into one room, and we would always read a few books together. We would get into our comfiest pajamas and get tucked under the cozy comforter. My parents would start with one or two books, but it would always end up being 4 or 5, because my sister and I always just wanted one more. Reading bedtime stories was a routine that my parents started as soon as my sister and I came home from the hospital. It was our favorite part of the night. The 4 of us and our dog would all cuddle into one bed, and both my sister and I would pick a book. Then we would both pick out one more each, and that cycle would continue until we could no longer keep our eyes open. We couldn't sleep without our bedtime stories. As we grew and sounds started to come out of our mouths, we would slowly start to process the words and read with our parents. Every night, my sister and I would get better and better at reading books, and eventually we were the ones reading to my parents. Some of our favorite books included Fancy Nancy by Jane O'Connor, Dinosaurs Binket, Moo, Ba, La La La, Pajama Time, all by Sandra Boynton, and my personal favorite, The Going to Bed book, also written by Sandra Boynton. If you cannot tell, my favorite author was Sandra Boynton. I memorized all of these books. My sister and I would fight over who would get to read each one. She would always win that argument because she was the better reader. Over time, I was able to start reading them too, and my sister and I would switch off each story. Every couple of pages, there would be a few seconds of silence, and my parents knew it was because there was a word that we did not know, so they'd say it for us and we would continue. When the holidays rolled around, my sister and I would start practicing reading a book that would be sent to my grandparents with an audio message installed to it. Every year, my sister and I read the night before Christmas. My grandparents still have all of these books to this day. Here's a quick recording of one of the pages that I read.
By the chimney with hair. That St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children would start to talk in their bed. Susan danced in her head. Your mama and sister, your aunt and cat has just settled down for a long winter.
We would all laugh listening to 2 little girls fumble over their words, trying to fit the text into a 10-second time frame. You can even hear our parents whispering the words to us in the background. I remember the frustration of having to redo a page repeatedly because I couldn't read it fast enough to beat the timer. Luckily, my competitive side would always kick in and I'd finish on time. These small things I used to do as a child are my favorite memories with reading. It was a way for my family to bond and share something we all enjoy. We get to look back and laugh and smile about 2 silly little girls learning to read silly books with 5 words on a page. We get to see how much we have grown, how much has changed. Reading stories at night with my family gave me memories I can hold on to for the rest of my life. I will always remember the joy and laughter.
Created using Powtoon.